As the show continues here, we continue to talk about the Shelton Family YMCA. It's here for good, and we've got two great guests in studio right now, Chris Swanson, Andy Conklin. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Very good.
Good. I'm good to talk with you. Today's topic, as we've been kind of covering all things the Y's been up to, is youth sports. Chris, you're the new director of youth sports for the South Sound YMCA.
I am.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does that mean?
It means that we get to bring youth sports programs back, and it's something that with COVID and everything over the last year and a half had gone away completely. And
Yeah.
I'm actually given this awesome opportunity to be part of bringing it all back and being able to bring some things to Shelton that we haven't been able to bring before because we didn't have our footprint out here.
Yeah, so I know that you can go to the Y and you can take different classes and things like that, and there's youth swimming and things like that, but what are the other sports that would be involved with that?
Well, in the long run, we'd like to provide anything you can think about. Right now, we have our typical team sports. We do basketball, soccer. We're going to be doing flag football here in the fall. Those big hitters that are kind of the staples of that world. But in the long run, we're looking at doing rock climbing programs, getting out and doing some mountain biking, trying to expand beyond just of what you think of when you think of team sports and that.
That's awesome. Andy, we've talked about the Y for a long time now,
Yep.
and you've been heavily involved with this, and you're also very heavily involved in other youth sports, coaching at the high school football team and the like. So What does it mean you've been a part of the Y and the boards, but now as everything's starting to really kind of fall into place, this is exciting for the future of youth sports in our area.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we, at the Y, my involvement with the Y has been, we've really got to bring value to the community, right? And these sports that we're talking about, getting kids with an opportunity to go do something productive, and it's just awesome. And he was talking about flag football, and that's such a cool thing because we've had youth tackle football here, but there's a lot of folks that don't want to play tackle football,
Sure.
and rightfully so, right? I mean, young kids banging their heads around isn't exactly high on everybody's priority list.
Right.
But having the flag so kids can get out there, feel the game, and start to learn it and flow with it, and then get, that's going to be a real asset. Basketball's amazing. Soccer's amazing. The Y's got a proven history of running those programs really, really well. So there's lots of great stuff happening.
And then when it comes to the different types of involvement with the school district, I know in the past the athletic directors for the district have started to bring in more youth sports at the middle school level and maybe below there. Are there these opportunities to collaborate with the Shelton School District and these other sports just to kind of get people excited and move through the system and eventually hopefully become high climbers in their own right at that point?
Absolutely, and that's something, I think Andy can speak to it. I've talked to Mark Smith, the athletic director for our K-8 programs, and we want to start kids in these programs earlier on in life, and not wait until middle school to be able to offer them some of these things. And so as an example, our flag football program this fall is being hosted at Jack Stark Stadium, and we're working with the high school to be able to perform there. And what a cool thing, for young children, ages kindergarten to fourth grade to be out on that field, on that turf, playing some flag football. And so I just think all these programs are going to create more excitement, get kids more active, and we just want to build around what's already there. We have good soccer programs here in the community. There's a winter basketball league that our Parks and Rec does. We're not trying to invade on that space. We want to build beyond it, and just be able to enhance it. So it's just really a unique opportunity for us to come up with new ideas, and we're open to suggestion as well. If there's something our folks want to see, we want to do it. We have a tennis clinic running out in Thurston County right now that was an idea from a member, and we've had great success with it. So hopefully we'll bring that out here as well.
Andy, from a kindergarten to fourth grade, that's a real pivotal time in a young person's life to build good social skills. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to be out on the field, either on the court for basketball or the flag football field, and learn how to deal with a lot of issues that will help you down the road in life.
Yeah, 100%. And that's, we've really had a good focus, let's talk at the high school level on creating this system that is creating good citizens, right, and good people, and we want to bring that, we want to start that at the entry level now, so that by the time they get to us, it's not a new concept.
Yeah.
Right, and it's really proven to be successful where we are right now. We're really excited at the high school for the football season coming up. But these young guys getting them, or young kids, excuse me, these young kids playing all these sports, getting them to where they can have people who are, good role models, influences in their life day to day, all the time, having eyes on them, having people who have a vested interest in their success from the time that they're just entering to school. It's going to pay huge dividends as they move through the ranks.
So Chris, talk to me about how this all works. Do you have to be Y members to sign up for these things? Is it all kind of goes along with how you would do swim lessons too? It's kind of an add-on. Are there the financial assistance available, stuff like that?
That's a great question, and that's the beautiful thing about the YA sports programs and all of our programs is we try to include as many people as possible. And I know you've heard the message before that we don't want anybody to not participate in our programs because of cost or anything that might hold them away. So you do not have to be a program or a member of a facility. We have what we call program membership. That it's free, doesn't cost anything to be a part of that, so that you can sign up for our programs. And sometimes there's a different price structure for our facility members to give them a little bit of a price break. But anybody is welcome. We have great financial assistance programs, and so if somebody doesn't have the means to make it happen, we want our kids to be involved and have these opportunities. And so the last thing we want is for somebody not to be out on the field or in the court because they can't afford to. And we have really, really good scholarship programs that are funded by our annual campaign. Yeah.
You can find the links to the Shelton Family YMCA, the South Sound YMCA. We'll put those here in the notes. There are a lot of youth sports on the way and some great opportunities to get involved with the Y process and see what comes down the pike here with more new programs like that tennis one that you mentioned. Andy Conklin, Chris Swanson, good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thanks for having us on. Yeah.